How do we do it? How do we get our kids to eat vegetables? Hello everyone, I am Danielle with Hogan Life. Welcome to my channel. Here we talk about everything mom related. Today we're talking about a very important subject.
We rise like
You want all of them?
tall buildings as the chemicals that take us high.
If you are a mom or a dad, even a grandparent, you have things on your mind all the time. When was the last time they used the restroom? What they eat, how much they eat, when they eat, what you could do better. The constant loop of kid-related thoughts. If you're always aware that your kids need to have a well-balanced diet, but you perceive that there's a little bit of shortage in the vegetable department. I'm gonna throw you all my ideas and the things that I do in the hopes that you can grab at a couple and they will help you in your journey to get your kids to eat wholesome food. If you have this concern that my kids don't eat enough, that concern in the back of your mind is always keeping you from pushing the more wholesome foods because you're concerned. They will not eat these wholesome foods, so therefore they have to eat something, so you go the easier route. I get it. I've been there. The first point, the most important point. It's a hard one. Okay, you ready? Take a deep breath. If you want your kids to eat vegetables as a snack, then you need to not buy other snacks. I know it's hard and don't shut me off. Just think of yourself. If someone gives me the option of a carrot or a peanut butter cup, it's a no-brainer. I'm gonna choose the peanut butter cup. And I love wholesome foods. I appreciate vegetables, but kids are not having that connection to what makes their bodies feel good and what they're consuming. We have to help them with that connection. So when I'm shopping, I am not buying snacky foods that they would rather consume. Chips, pretzels, salty peanuts, anything sugary, very little prepackaged. We are making that connection that fun food has to be sugary. And I want to destroy that. And I want fun foods to be the beautiful and wonderful foods that God gave us on this earth, the fruits and veggies that have so much color and so much impact on our body. For good, try weeding out all of the foods that you buy that are snacky that your children would rather have. You don't have to do it permanently, but if they don't have the option and they're hungry, they might surprise you. Number 2, and one of the best tips, make eating vegetables doable. If you require them to eat some veggies at dinner and you know they're gonna have a struggle with it, make it extremely doable and make it doable every single day until there's no battle anymore. And then put 2 tiny bits of vegetable until they are eating a very healthy vegetable portion. Kids always have to feel the doability of what you're requesting of them, or they don't mind having a battle. They don't mind having the fight. I have 7 kids. I have had plenty of experience with kids who develop aversions for specific foods. Right now, I have a whole handful that I'm working through. One of my favorite tips is to give them a choice. About 3 o'clock in the afternoon, everybody's coming in and saying we're hungry. We're really hungry.
Mom, I'm hungry!
And there's some grumpiness going on. One of my favorite things is to get a big tray of vegetables and just set it on the table. You're hungry? Great. Here's your snack. We're snacking on this until dinner and you can have as much as you want. I don't care if they fill up on vegetables before dinner. But you give them a choice. You can say, I don't care which ones you have, but you need to have 3. If they want to take 3 bell peppers or 3 tomatoes, if they want to take 3 carrots or 3 cucumbers or 3 cherry tomatoes, have at it. Top tip is make a dip that goes along with it. My kids will eat so many veggies when there's a dip. Maybe even a little hummus. Next, my tip is get your kids used to green. Green everything. I will make smoothies in the morning, maybe twice a week, and I will put a handful of spinach or a handful of even lettuce, anything that I have on hand. My kids are very used to having a green smoothie. It gives them a little bit extra of the veggies that they might not be getting. And because it has banana and protein powder and sometimes frozen blueberries or frozen strawberries, they think it's delicious. I'll cut up spinach really small and stick it in our scrambled eggs. You can cut up spinach and put it in most of your meat recipes. I very frequently shred a zucchini in my meatloaf, even in spaghetti sauce. So just make it so ordinary that they're used to having green foods in their regular foods. Next is let them help prepare the snack or the food. A lot of times if I'm cutting up snacks, my kids want to try everything, especially my 2 and 4-year-olds. And it's a great opportunity to introduce other veggies that they might not have had before because there's no other option. There's no choice at that time. You're just cooking and they're sampling. Right? This is one you might not like. Eat veggies yourself. How many of you have ever prepared a delightful salad for yourself? Like, it's really good. You spent a little extra time on it. You chopped your veggies, you put some Parmesan cheese, your favorite dressing, and you sit down to enjoy that. And you have about 3 small children wanting bites. I know it's tough, but if your kids see you eating wholesome foods, if they see you snacking on bell peppers or snacking on carrots, they are going to be more inclined to eat the same foods or to try them at least. My next tip is to explore lots of different recipes. Get advice from the mothers around you. How do you prepare your veggies that your kids love? That's a great question to ask other moms. If I cut up some carrots and lightly steam them and then saute them with butter and maple syrup until the maple syrup's a little crystallized, my kids love those. My husband loves those. My favorite way to cook broccoli is to stick it with olive oil and lemon juice and salt and then cook it in the oven for like 20 minutes. Pretty much all my kids will eat that broccoli. A most recent thing I've been doing is fermenting vegetables, and this was really surprising. I fermented carrots and onions, and I was like, I'm not sure how this is gonna go. Mavi, he really liked the carrots and ate a ton of the fermented carrots. Great. My 2-year-old did not care for the carrots, but she loved the onions. So now what I have fermenting is radishes and cauliflower and vegetables that it's really hard to find ways for my kids to eat specific vegetables because I don't prefer them myself, the cauliflower. So we'll see, and I'll let you know how the kids like fermented cauliflower. This might seem strange, but cut your vegetables very thin or very small. There's something about kids and small things that they don't mind eating as much as thick. You have a thick baby carrot and a thin one, they're gonna go for the small one most of the time. It's just easier to eat. Sometimes try cutting your vegetables a different way. Snacking is fun, period. And so pair your veggies with something they like. For instance, peanut butter and celery, one of our all-time favorites. And add a little raisins. My kids love ants on a log. I grew up eating cream cheese and celery, so that's another one. Very tasty, also goes well with your raisins. A really fun dessert I made for a long time was chocolate avocado pudding. For the longest time, I would never let the kids see me make it. Mom secrets. Be super aware of your timing. Offer fun veggie snacks when the kids are hungry. That's why I get so much success at my 3 o'clock veggie platter, because the kids are hungry and yet I'm not letting them go and just raid through the fridge because they like to do that. This next tip, it's a strong one again, and it's for you parents. It's the opposite of my other tip. Don't give them a choice. It's okay for you as a parent to have hard rules about things that kids don't understand. Of course, you're gonna make it doable. You're not gonna give them these requirements that they don't feel like they can actually accomplish. But vegetables, fruits, these wholesome snacks should be a necessary part of kids growing up. We work really hard so that when my kids sit down to dinner, regardless of what I make, they act grateful. If someone invited all my family over and gave them a meal, I want them to practice a gratefulness and a graciousness with whatever they're presented. So it's okay as a parent for you to say, this isn't an option, we eat this and we're grateful. Finally, don't give up. Don't give up. Kids' appetites shift, their preferences shift, and it's okay for you to retire some veggies for a while and then reintroduce them. It's okay. They don't have to eat beets right now. One of my boys has a really hard time with zucchini. He does not like cooked zucchini. Yet, if I make it, because everyone else does like it, he does have to eat a couple pieces. But it's part of their overall training. I encourage them not to limit themselves by saying, oh no, I don't like that, I hate that. And put themselves in this box that because I've hated it once, I will always hate it. In a couple months, if they haven't locked themselves into this repetitive speaking, I do not like that. I do not like sweet potatoes. I do not like sweet potatoes. I do not like sweet potatoes. And they have learned to be more moderate in their likes and dislikes. They're gonna eat it at one point and say, wow, that's delicious. So there's some ideas for you. I hope this helps you just get a variety of things to try as you're struggling to just get your kids to eat veggies throughout the days and weeks and months. Thanks for joining me. I hope you like this video and I hope you subscribe to my channel. And if you have the time, stick around and watch this next video. Keep up the good work. No one can mom your kids like you.